AI is actually the core part of our systems. We run AI on edge in real time, and really what differentiates our systems is that we can process visual data on the fly and make real-time decisions. So that translates into the drones being able to operate without manual piloting in the most challenging terrains, which is very common in agriculture. Yeah, so I think one of the biggest problems in drones in agriculture right now is that they are not autonomous enough to operate at scale, right? So we are really unlocking the scale challenge first, right? So the impact that has been promised, like drones, the impact that drones have promised for agriculture or any use case for that matter comes from the autonomy, right? So unless you make them autonomous, you can't scale. Unless you can scale, you can't make the impact on a larger level, and especially with the smallholders and the specific terrain challenges that we have in India. So this is really what we are trying to unlock. We are trying to build a natively agricultural solution in terms of drones. Because often what we see is drones being built for other use cases and then repurposed for agricultural use. And we are doing it the other way. We are actually trying to build natively agricultural drones which can scale in different kinds of terrains, and specifically in smallholder situations, smallholder farmers, which is very common in the global south as well. To a certain extent, yes. The challenge for farmers is not that they're afraid of technology. The major challenge for farmers is that technology promises better outcomes at the end of the growing season, but it also increases their upfront cost, right? So the real challenge is how can we make sure that farmers don't have to, pay for the AI adoption or the drone adoption out of their own pockets, because most of the agricultural ecosystem in India works on credit, right? Farmers get credit for every input that you can think of: pesticides, insecticides, fertilizers, seeds, right? Soil testing, for example. But currently, we have not factored in the use of AI. So once we close the credit gap, we'll see a massive adoption. I don't think farmers, as your original question, that farmers want to adopt new practices. Farmers are facing major worker challenges. They can't find workers to get a lot of jobs done. They don't have equitable access to, for example, if you think of spraying operations, most farmers don't have access to enough workers to complete that in time. So they want to adopt this, but their challenge is the upfront cost that gets added. Subsidy is already there. It has been there for a number of years. I don't personally believe subsidies can solve these problems. Subsidies are not sustainable in the long run anyway. I think what we need to look at is different types of credit lines, right? So for example, banks extend crop loans to farmers. Can we reserve a part of that loan to be only spent into drones or AI based interventions? Once that is mandated from a policy perspective, then I think we'll see a massive, large scale adoption, and then the industry will adapt around that, right? So if you have companies who don't have good solutions, they'll go out of market. The good ones will stay in the market. They will grow. That's just the normal course of things. But you need to really remove that initial roadblock for the market to flourish.